Coming up on this edition of News You Can Use, see the first inside look at the new Crooked-Billow Elementary School, a guest speaker teaches an important lesson to Hatboro-Horsham School District staff, and learn how you can help out at the Jarrett Nature Center. All these stories and more coming up on News You Can Use. Hello, and welcome to this edition of News You Can Use. I'm your host, Charlie Schultz. I hope everyone had a fun and relaxing summer. Now, let's get started. Tan lines may be fading, but our ability to learn and grow will never stop. Hatboro-Horsham School District faculty and staff gathered on August 30th for a special presentation by guest speaker Dr. Adolph Brown.
With summer coming to an end, teachers and staff at Hatboro-Horsham School District are gearing up for another school year. District staff members attended a special presentation where the table was turned and they were the students.
And right now, you're in my classroom.
The class today was on understanding neuroscience and the neuroscience behind perception, how we see things, what influences what we see. And I started at what we see because that's important before what we teach.
The morning was filled with laughter and fun, but also focusing on how every student deserves a good education.
I am Dr. Adolph Brown. Don't judge a book by its cover.
I came in the way I looked as a student. So that was basically a young man who was grieving, a young man who was not a thug, but a young man who dressed in such a way that he wanted to push people away because all of his prior relationships were letdowns and disappointments.
Dr. Brown shared his own personal story and teaching our staff that we all have backpacks.
I mean, so many of us are carrying so much that we're not in the present because our past is weighing us down.
We all have baggage, and you never know what somebody else is going through, what they're carrying. So it's good to be kind to people and understand where they're coming from instead of judging them.
Many lessons were taken away from the day, and staff members were very impressed.
It was the most motivational opening day that I've experienced in the last 30 years here at Hatboro-Horsham. It was remarkable.
With such an uplifting and motivational day, HH is ready to start the new school year. For HHTV, I'm Amanda Trevel.
Dr. Brown's presentation focused not only on the students, but the staff themselves. With such a motivational day, we are off to a great school year. Every school year, Hatboro-Horsham School District staff kick off the school year with their annual Champions of Learning ceremony. Let's see who this year's Champions of Learning are.
Today we have all of our staff with us. We have faculty, we have support staff, we have bus drivers, we have our maintenance personnel, we have folks from central office, and I welcome all of you. I want to take the opportunity to thank each and every one of you.
The Champion of Learning Award recognition is presented to employees who go above and beyond the call of duty in their roles and responsibilities. Each year we acknowledge members of our staff who have made contributions that have had a remarkable impact on the health and well-being of our schools and obviously support the needs of our students.
Honestly, I had no idea. I mean, we come in every day in out, every school year, and we're here for the kids. That's what we do. I wasn't expecting any type of reward or gratitude for it. I do it because I love it here. This is my family, and they got me with this one. This is unbelievable, but you know what? I really appreciate it.
Award recipient this morning is the 2019 Gerald Strock Award winner. This Gerald Strock Award winner is truly an asset and a positive influence to the students, staff, and families at Keith Valley Middle School. Please congratulate Dawn Gallagher. And next, our family and consumer science teacher, Anna Baker.
As I was standing up there, I just felt really grateful and really loved and really supported. And I think day in and day out, you don't necessarily feel that. So it was really nice to just reflect upon that and know that you are a part of something a lot bigger. You are a part of a community of people who do love and support you.
Congratulations to this year's Champions of Learning. On September 3rd, over 400 freshman students entered Hatboro-Horsham High School for the first time as high school students. Hatboro-Horsham High School's Link Crew program was there to welcome everyone in with a friendly smile.
Good morning, class of 2023. We're so excited you're here.
Today we are welcoming the freshmen into high school, and what Link Crew basically is a program of juniors and seniors that are trained in various leadership techniques. And juniors and seniors will get a group of like 7 to 8 freshmen, and they will have those freshmen for their entire first day, entire first month, entire first year. And it's to help ease the transition into high school.
I want to show them the ropes and help them out, because when I was freshman I didn't really have anyone, so I want to be that person for them.
I was ready, I was excited, I was a little bit nervous, but it was fun.
But this assembly was like a large-scale icebreaker so that kids could sort of get together and meet with their groups, and then they go off with their leaders. They are doing a lot of team building with their group, and they're going to sort of start off with things that are really simple, and then as they move forward and they progress through the activities, the level of trust sort of builds as the day goes on.
Today's going really well. I've laughed a lot with my group. I've had fun. We're having a great time.
My crew leaders in my group is really, really good. So I don't have that many friends in my group, but I'm making friends already, so yeah.
Their first day is not just, oh, here's your classes, go jump in. We're sort of warming them up to school and letting them know that they have support and we're here for them. And that's what Link Crew is all about.
This is the 6th year Link Crew is running. Several fun activities are planned throughout the school year, and one coming up is Link Crew's Haunted Hallway. Link Crew's Haunted Hallway takes place at Hatboro-Horsham High School on October 17th. There will be 2 versions of the hallways on this night, scary and non-scary. The non-scary version will happen from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., while the scary version will happen from 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. We invite the community to come out and get a tour of these spooktacular halls. New school year, new me? For some students, this may mean joining a new club. Hatboro-Horsham High School held their yearly activities fair for students to see what clubs are offered.
On September 12th, Hatboro-Horsham held its annual activities fair, where student culture was on full display and clubs from all different areas showed what they had to offer to the community.
I'm representing HH Interact. We do a lot of good stuff for community service. We also do stuff, Nicole here is displaying some mat making, which we can show you. It's a really good way to give back to the surrounding community.
My club is GSA, the Gay Spirit Alliance. Some of the stuff we do a lot of stuff. First thing we do Ally Week, the week in which we encourage students to be allies towards the LGBT community. We also do a Day of Silence, a day where we take a vow of silence in order to show support to people who have been discriminated against for being part of the LGBTQ plus community.
Students from all grades are able to learn more about the clubs and activities available, and were even offered special incentives if they joined on the spot.
Represent Stage Crew. I'm here representing as a fly tech. What I do is I control the curtains and all the heavy stuff. The way you can join is just come into Mr. Coons' room, or you can come to our meetings on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday right after school.
With the connections and information taken away from the fair, students will now be able to explore new interests and hobbies and even make a few friends along the way. Reporting for HHTV, I'm Kyle Higgins.
With over 40 clubs, there's a lot to choose from here at Hatboro-Horsham High School. Might I suggest joining HHTV? Designing and creating toys isn't a job just Santa's elves do. Anyone can do anything they put their mind to. For the kickoff for this year's Girls STEAM speaker, Anita Castellar was here to talk about her career journey with toy making. Her toys weren't just any ordinary toys. Let's take a look.
Today for our Girls STEAM Kickoff, we welcomed Anita Castellar, who had a long career with Disney as a product developer for their Star Wars and Indiana Jones franchises. Her signature product that she's well known for is the design your own lightsaber experience at the Disney parks.
I tripped on this career. I didn't actually say I'm going to, go off and be a product developer or I'm going to work in the toy industry. I didn't know that this industry existed in that way. I was a consumer, right? I'm a kid, I buy toys, but I didn't know that what was behind it. It was actually when I got to the Disney theme parks and I was working in the merchandise division that I learned how toys or how any product was made.
With today's program, someone from Disney who has an experience with Star Wars, we were hoping to tap into girls who may not even realize that their interests in art, their interests in writing might have connections to STEM and open them up to career possibilities that are plentiful.
There are so many more choices than when we were younger. There are too many choices sometimes. And so, understanding that you don't have to have everything all figured out the first time is really important for kids to understand that message, first of all, because we didn't all figure it out the first time. How many of us did, went to college for one thing and really never used that degree? Luckily, I still use my degree, but I didn't stay on the same career path that I thought I was going to be on.
When we launched the Girls STEAM program in December of 2016, we were hoping that girls who had an interest in science, technology, engineering, and math in elementary school would maintain that interest because we saw a decline in their interest in middle school.
Understanding creativity in this industry, whether it be science, technology, engineering, math, and art, understanding, feeding the creative process, feeding yourself as a creative person, where to gain information and knowledge, talk to people, talk to other, people who may not be like you and try to learn from them.
I learned that, sometimes you have, one dream that you want to follow, but it doesn't go that way sometimes, so you can change and do something else that you enjoy.
Explore a lot of different things and be open to change, be open to different ideas, because all of that's going to come in and hopefully churn out something better.
Since 2016, Girls STEAM has been running successfully. 72% of students stated that attending a Girls STEAM event had inspired them to consider a career in the STEAM field. Hatboro-Horsham School District held its quarterly business networking event on September 18th. The space where the event was held really put the people at one with nature.
Today we are hoping to reach out to all the community and the businesses and families that live in the community, encourage them to come out, get a tour of the Nature Center, see all the different programs that we offer here, and just to let people know that we're here and what we're all about.
In addition to being a real resource for the students at Hatboro-Horsham School District, we run a number of community events every year that are aimed at families and trying to get them in to enjoy the space. Themes of environmental education.
This used to be the Jarrett Farm. So for 250 acres they had here, a dairy farm, and they will be able to check out a lot of artifacts that we found back in the woods.
With the Historical Association, we want to work with the Jarrett Nature Center because they have a lot of information that goes together with our archives. So we want to talk about how can we get the public more involved and get information out to people so they know how much history is here.
The attraction is just being out in nature. It's beautiful. We have 13 acres. We have a pond. We've got trails through the woods. We have meadow in the back, rain garden, lots of educational things, but lots of fun things to get into when you're out here with your family.
When I saw that this was opening up, 13 acres, beautiful grounds, so many different options, wetlands that my students could look at, I thought, what better place to get them to?
I hope they take with them just the knowledge of that it's here, but also to share with others that they know, to kind of see if we can get more of the community involved in helping to keep this running and functioning as a great part of the Hatboro-Horsham community.
The JNC has many opportunities for anyone to get involved. If you are looking to volunteer, bring a class, or just come take a look, contact Kathy Gibson at 215-350-9573. Crooked Bill Elementary School is still under construction, but making huge progress after just a year. Hatboro-Horsham School District staff were able to take an inside look at the project and see how the new school is being laid out. Classrooms are much more enlarged with the state-of-the-art technology, and the rotunda wall is coming along nicely. HHTV even discovered a fun fact of how the building was designed.
You know that we tried to isolate the quiet classroom spaces that are in this classroom wing from the noisy train that goes by. And so our mechanical space, our kitchen space, our storage space, the gym classroom, the gymnasium are all a buffer on that side of the site from what wants to be the quiet space.
Crooked Villa is ahead of schedule, and the building should be complete early April. Now we are going to toss it over to Seth Polesic with the Hatters Sports Report. Seth?
The fall sports season is in full swing, so let's update you on all our teams. We'll begin with girls golf. The Lady Hatters were led by seniors Sheila Fisher and Annie Griffith, who helped the Hatters achieve a 5-5 record for this year. Good luck to the girls as they compete in district competition. The boys team also finished the year at .500 and were led by senior Jack Marvin and junior Noah Sim. Both players are expected to make a strong showing in districts. The girls' tennis team had a very successful season. The Lady Hatters finished this year with a 7-5 overall record and a second-place 4-2 league record. Hats off to the girls' tennis team for a great season. The girls' soccer team holds a 1-point lead over Abington in the Suburban 1 American Division League with a 7-1 record. HHTV aired the Lady Hatters' exciting overtime victory over Abington in the first meeting against the Ghosts at Steinley Stadium. HHTV's Kyle Crane has the highlights.
The undefeated 6-0 Lady Hatters soccer team taking on the 4-1 Abington Ghosts in an important Suburban 1 divisional match. We pick up the action in the first half, Abington up 1-0. Then in the 10th minute, Abington took a free kick from 46 yards out where the ball was headed by an Abington player right before the goalie could get a hand to it. The ball rolled into the net and Abington led by 2. At the 23rd minute, the ball is sent into the box, and through all the confusion, Allie Utermoser scores the first goal for the Hatters, making it 1-2. In the 41st minute, Cam Ryan passes it to Maggie O'Neill, who has a fake shot and then sends the ball into the back of the net, tying the game. In the 56th minute, the Hatters set up a corner taken by Maggie O'Neill and sends it into the box for Sophia Liot to head it into the goal to take the lead. At the 61st minute, the Ghosts take a corner where the ball is deflected off the keeper and put right into the back of the net, tying the game once more. At the 61st minute, the ball is in the air and contested, and it goes to Allie Utermoser to put the ball right over the keeper for the Hatters to go up 4-3. At the 80th minute, the Ghosts have one more chance to tie it up, and that they do, off a corner kick and slotting the ball right into the back of the net, tying it again, sending us into extra time. At the 98th minute, Maggie O'Neill gets the ball and drills it into the back of the net, ending the game with a 5-4 victory for the Hatters. For HHTV, I'm Kyle Crane.
What an exciting victory for the Lady Hatters. The Red and Black are currently ranked 8th out of 48 teams in the District 1 PIAA 4A division. Expectations will be high as the Hatters enter the postseason. Now on to boys soccer. Currently, the boys team is 3 points behind Abington for first place in the SOL American Division with a record of 7-1-1. The Red and Black will finish their regular season in mid-October. HHTV broadcasted their September 10th game against a familiar foe, local rival Upper Moreland. How did they do? Once again, Kyle Crane has the highlights.
Having only scored twice and conceded 7 goals, the Hatters knew they had to make a change from what they've been doing, and that they did, with constant offensive pressure throughout every second of the game. And then, in the 30th minute, Nathan Scott was put right in front of the net and neatly places the ball in the top right corner. Hatters go up 1-0. Following that, co-captain Maddie Harmon takes a free kick in the 38th minute and chips the ball into the box for Brayden Mallon, who delivers the header that sent the ball floating into the back of the net. Hatters go up 2-0. Then, in the 66th minute, J.D. Mallender completely outruns his defender, putting the ball right past the keeper, ending the scoring for the game, as the Hatters shut out the Bears 3-0. Thanks for watching. This is Kyle Crane for HHTV Sports.
Thanks for the highlights, Kyle. The boys team is currently ranked 10th among District 1 teams in the PIAA 4A division. Like the girls, expectations are high for the team in the postseason. Good luck to both our soccer teams as they contend in the postseason. Now, on to field hockey. On October 2nd, the 4 and 5 Lady Hatters were sitting in 4th place and 1 game ahead of Abington and Upper Moreland in the SOL American Division. On that day, the Hatters squared off with local rival Upper Moreland at home in a critical game to secure 4th place in their division. Unfortunately, the Red and Black lost to the Bears in overtime by a score of 1-0. As a result of that loss, the Hatters dropped to 6th place in the division with a 4-6 record. With 5 games to play in the regular season, the Hatters can climb back up in the standings with a few victories. Good luck to the team as they pursue the postseason play. Now, on to football. It's been a tough season for the football team, still looking for their first win. On September 27th, the Hatters faced rival Upper Moreland in an intense game that had plenty of offensive highlights. The HHTV crew was there to broadcast the game. How did they do? Take a look.
Upper Moreland versus Hatboro-Horsham, the classic battle of the border game. First quarter, Hatboro-Horsham with the ball on Upper Moreland 5-yard line. Hatters with running back Jordan Plazo scoring on the run. Extra point is good. Hatters up 7-0. Later that quarter, Upper Moreland's Byron Hopkins throws a 43-yard pass to TJ Troxel for the Bears touchdown. 2-point conversion is good. Upper Moreland leads 8-7. We jump into the third quarter, Upper Moreland leading 16-7 when TJ Troxel returns the kickoff for an 82-yard touchdown. Bears with another 2-point conversion and leads HH 24-7. The Hatters answer with when quarterback Colin O'Sullivan connects a 10-yard pass to Zahir Cheese for the touchdown. Hatters down 24-14. Jumping ahead to the fourth quarter, Hatters are down 32-20 when Upper Moreland's Anthony Broderick runs into the end zone for a 13-yard touchdown, securing the victory for the Bears by a 38-26 score. Turnovers early in the game by the Hatters offset any offensive momentum and thus resulting in a loss. For HHTV Sports, this is Kyle Crane.
Now on to volleyball. The Lady Hatters once again are contending for first place in the SOL American Division. The 11-1 Hatters currently sit in second place behind the 13-0 Penridge Rams. It will certainly be an exciting end of the season, and HHTV will broadcast 2 games in October. You can catch the Cheltenham game on October 10th and the Upper Dublin game on October 17th. Both games begin at 6:30 p.m. and can be viewed on Comcast Cable Channel 28, Verizon, Channel 33, or live streamed on the Hatboro-Horsham School District YouTube channel. Now, let's take a look at the boys cross-country team. The Hatters are currently undefeated in the SOL American Division at 5-0. Junior Devin Comber has been the Hatters' top runner this season. Comber won the Hatters tri-meet against Wissahickon and Upper Moreland back on September 18th. More recently, Comber placed second in the Council Rock Invitational. Good luck to Devin and the team as they enter the postseason in mid-October. The girls' team is also holding their own. The Lady Hatters are currently 3-3 in the conference and should make a run in the postseason. Well, that will do it for this edition of the Hatter Sport Report. I'm Seth Pulisic, and see you next time.
Thanks for joining us on this edition of News You Can Use. I'm your host, Charlie Schultz. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and our website, hh-tv.com. Thanks, and have a great day.